My name is Frank G. Wisner, G for George. I am a retired American Foreign Service officer, a four-time ambassador, and a lifelong devotee of the trade of diplomacy. The core attributes of good diplomacy on the part of diplomats is they learn to listen and to take seriously what they hear. It doesn't mean they have to agree with the people that they are engaged in talking with or in dealing with, but they have to listen and understand and then seek to find solutions to whatever the problem of the day is that is as close to a win and a win for the two sides. Diplomacy also requires a deep understanding not only of who you are dealing with, but who you're negotiating on behalf of. Your own country, its politics, its dynamics, its national interests, so that you can reflect those accurately when you sit down at the table and engage a foreigner or foreign power. The core attribute is a commitment to finding peaceful solutions to issues that divide and lead otherwise to violence. What's unusual about this time, and what makes it so frightening, is the multiplicity of challenges we face and their confluence. For we face not only crises between great powers, the struggle for influence between the United States and China and Russia and so on, but we face at the same time global pandemics, a collapsing international economic order, tidal flows of refugees, climate change. We face all of these, which makes the management of global crises so complex and so fraught. And that's why I find this time of unique peril. And what worries me, I think, the most about my own country is the lack of deep appreciation of the confluence of threat and the ability to try to deal with it. Well, we still have to learn and respect for the interests of others in a multipolar world where the United States cannot just step on the stage and say, ladies and gentlemen, now hear this. Well, I think the greatest reason for hope is that I'm an American, and we are really uniquely fortunate as a nation. We're a nation that's prosperous, a nation that has a remarkable record of success, and while we make our mistakes, and we do in Legion, and we are national amnesiacs when it comes to the crises we face and deal with, and have a bad habit of assuming what's good for America is good for the world. All of these being true, the greatest hope I have lies in the commitment, imagination, energy, resources of America. I'm delighted to be part of the life and work of the American University in Beirut, whose mission I believe in deeply, and believe that, like other things the United States has done on the global stage, its fostering of education in the Middle East is one of our prouder accomplishments. AUB itself was founded in the mid-19th century by missionaries. Now, it's no longer the driving force. The values we stand for as a nation, the values of free inquiry, of democracy, and our ability to codify those in an academic environment like AUB, and to share that experience in a region that is deeply fraught, a region which is known excessive amounts of violence, where the values and principles on which this republic is created are not widely known. We've got something that offers a beacon of hope for the Middle East, and also a beacon of hope for Americans to live out their lives and make a contribution to a better place in the world. I think the most underappreciated, deeply dangerous problem we face is climate change, in which more than just the tools of diplomacy are required, but science, the mobilization of resources, because the future of humanity is on the line. The COP conference in Azerbaijan reminds us all that whatever else we're committed to in dealing with the confluence of threats to the global order that we're experiencing, we are undervaluing the requirements, the threats that flow from climate change, and not taking adequate account of the dynamics of that process and the need to address it. That starts with an appreciation. We have a climate problem. That needs to be generalized. And then it needs to be politicized. It needs to be accepted in our political institutions. And it needs to be a core reason to mobilize resources, time, attention, science. It takes a global effort to deal with a global problem, and we're only at the first stages of doing that. One ought to be highly alive to the fact that climate change is affecting literally all of our lives. Rich, poor, north, south, east, west, no one is spared.